Hey everyone, I hope y'all are doing great. I would like to start out by saying that I know God gives everyone times of trouble and duress in their lives, and I want to deeply apologize for the videos that during my time of duress I had put on YouTube, um, and that some people have uploaded and still have to this day. They bring me tears of shame, literal tears of shame and humiliation. Um, to mentally go back to that time by clicking on those videos, which, are still detrimental to this day if someone were to meet me and go look back at that. But I definitely just want to apologize. I definitely catered to the haters and gave them what they wanted to see. I went from nice guy to giving people what they want to see. Now, I don't know God's destiny for me or you or anyone. Hate can be a sign that God will make you great in some type of way. Greatness is not always a good thing. There are plenty of people who are known for doing immense evil and causing harm and pain and suffering to others. That is not my goal for you. As long as God gives me breath, I want to try to make improvements. If I see them, God help me with that, because we work together in this. Um, so I would like to quote Job. We'll start out with the beginning and the end of Job, where God is the one who actually offers Job up for his extreme time of trouble, that many of us are familiar with. And of course, in the end, God's the one who acknowledges and accepts responsibility for the trouble being in Job's life in the first place. Of course, God controls the curses, the plagues, the blessings. Sticking with Job, chapter 38 is especially powerful in verses 8 through 11, where God talks about creating the sea. So the sea, God says he fixed limits for it, and he fixed boundaries, and he tells the sea, this is where your proud waves halt. So all of us can go so far and we get halted. And that's part of our destinies individually. So you see, the mind is like a sea or an ocean of emotions, and God can use different things to influence you in different ways. I know a lot of people think I'm crazy for mentioning God, but if we look back at the Bible's way older than the theory of evolution. Even Darwin, was doubtful of his theory. And even though the theory of evolution is like less than 300 years old, in our lifetimes, there is not mankind did not create the earth we're walking on or the sky overhead. So that is something beyond you or me. So let's also go to Job chapter 38, verse 25, I believe, where he talks about cutting a channel out for, the thunderstorms, the lightning, and everything like that. Sorry if I'm misquoting it, but what I'm saying is by God stating, or the Bible stating in Job, that God has a certain channel cut for different weather patterns, I take that to mean that our lives have a certain channel and path cut for us that we are forced to go down. I mean, like I've said before, you look at the tragedies in other people's lives before we were born, all this stuff, good and evil, has to happen for us to come into existence according to God's plan. So, and if you go to the end of Job chapter 38, God talks about giving wisdom or a lack of wisdom to certain birds, and that's why we sometimes are so different. Maybe God didn't give me the wisdom or the ability to communicate in a way that I would internally have liked to, you know. And last but not least, in that chapter, even the birds themselves communicate. Mr. Elvis, they've all got a certain, I guess, channel of communication that, they still correspond with God as well. So thank you for listening.